Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Rooster Stone Show.
Stone Show.
Hey, man. Welcome back, Rob.
Thank you, my
friend. That was
friend.
an extra good Stone Show,
It was
by the way.
a good one.
Yeah.
I think it's been building up for a while.
It was,
it's been
yeah.
too long.
Well, you got a lot of practice in now,
Yes.
you know? It's good. Hey, man, we have a great show for you today. We're doing a What Are You Listening To? This is our foundational show. Y'all know what it is, so let's just do it. What's your first song today?
Ooh, I'm going to start with Ashes by the band Octane. They are actually now going by CAH18 when you search them on the internet, but they're still Octane. Mm-hmm. This is a new release of theirs. It's a single. They haven't released the album yet. But Octane is back. Not everyone in the internet world may know what that means, but for local music fans in Philadelphia, this is a pretty big deal. Octane hit the music scene in the very late 90s, and they released 2 CDs in 2004 and 2006. Went through some lineup changes and then disbanded. One of their guitar players, Brian Quinn, joined the band Candlebox. And played with Kevin Martin.
Wow.
And he was in the band,
awesome.
toured and recorded some albums with them. And I've actually known him for 30 years. We were in a guitar ensemble class at Westchester together.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so, but this song has some great dual guitar leads between him and Greg Tripp, their other guitar player, and Joe Byrne and Bobby Perillis holding down the drums and bass. They've always been rock solid, and I actually get to play with Bobby occasionally in another band called Sidearm, so it's great hearing him do his thing. Got to see them play a couple weeks ago at the Broken Goblin in Bensalem, and they were at the top of their game. New songs sound amazing. Their lead singer, Brian Bortnick, sounds better than he ever has, and
That's awesome.
I told him as much. He and I have a long history of playing acoustic shows together for the past 30 years. So
That's awesome.
The new album should be out this year, and it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, dude, this song is amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, I hadn't heard of these guys before, and it makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
But that verse riff, it's just righteous, man. These guys have that sort of like 96 Soundgarden feel. Mm-hmm. That outro, though, that's my favorite part. It's so dirty.
Yeah.
It's so dirty. I love that. This is an excellent band. And you're right, the singer is fabulous.
Yeah, his voice really on this new stuff.
I mean, if I'm comparing them to Soundgarden, that tells you how good the guy's voice is. But hey, great song, great choice. So don't forget to check them out. And you said they have a new album coming out.
Yeah. They played 4 or 5 new songs, but they said they will have a new album.
That's
out
awesome.
soon,
So we'll keep you posted as to when that's coming out. 'Cause that's good stuff. So for my first song today, I chose the song "Soup" from Blind Melon. This is from the sort of compilation album they did after Shannon died called Nico. Believe it or not, "Soup" the song is not on "Soup" the album. Which is always kind of like, thrown me for a loop a little bit. But, this has always been one of my favorite songs from one of my all-time favorite bands. I didn't get much into many bands from the era of like 1993 to 2001. I was like really looking back at the time. I was really going back and sort of, discovering some older bands for the first time for me. Because like I've always said, my parents didn't listen to, the kind of stuff that I enjoy, at least now. So this band, though, was different. They were special. There was something about Shannon's voice, really. But really it was more than that for me. They had everything I really liked in a group. A rock band with an acoustic backbone. And in many ways, I modeled my own band, Rooster Stone, out of that very formula. From the very beginning. In fact, when we first started playing shows, it was both guitars were acoustic. We didn't even play with electric guitars at all. But this song, as I said, was included in that 1996 compilation. And oddly enough, it's not on the album Soup, as I said. But Shannon's voice, which is always good, is absolutely pearl on this song. the acoustic feel that bleeds into that sort of flangey guitar when the band kicks in. The songs in this collection were like a eulogy for Shannon. And those of us that loved the band really appreciated these tunes, even though it wasn't sort of meant to be the album that it was. But yeah, Soup.
Yeah, it's a great song. I love the opening bass riff, that tone, and those harmonics. I didn't recognize the name when I read it, but I definitely have heard this song before. Most people think of No Rain and things like that. But this song could have been on that album. And like you said, I don't know why, what happened that it wasn't.
Right.
I'm sure some suit made a decision.
Probably. Either that or, it's possible even, too, that this song was written about those sessions or afterwards, after the album was done. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe if you're out there and you're a Blind Melon super fan, or maybe you're even in the band and you like our show, let us know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there it is.
Very
Soup.
cool.
Soup.
So my next song is called Where Are They Now by the band The Caulfields, off their first album of two called Whirligig, which was released in 1995. Another local band I picked from the 90s. This album came out in 95. They're from Newark, Delaware, and they had a hit with a song called Devil's Diary. A lot of people recognize it when they hear it, but don't recognize the name of it. The hook of it was I'm Bigger Than Jesus Now. Kind of a John Lennon reference in that, so you would probably enjoy that. They also had a song in the movie The Babysitter's Club. It was on the soundtrack, which was also from that same album. But they really seemed to be on the verge of stardom at the time. And I just think a lot of unfortunate circumstances and, label shuffling, and it just didn't happen. But John Fay is the lead singer and primary songwriter, and I've known him for almost 30 years as well. And I met him as part of a Tuesday night music club at the Ardmore Music Hall. Or actually, it was Brownies 23s then in Ardmore. And the Caulfields started playing shows again recently after a number of years. And my daughter and I just went to see what's going to be their final show at World Cafe, or the Queen in Wilmington, Delaware.
Wow.
Yeah, and John said, it's the 30-year anniversary of the album. What am I going to do, celebrate the 35th year? And by the time the 40th comes, no one's going to want to see me anymore. So he figured 30 was a nice round number to go out on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always tough for us old guys.
Yeah.
This is something that we obviously love so much. And then, you get to a point where, because I've known a lot of my friends that, are like, that's mutual friends of ours even, that they're just done. They've done it. They've gone out and played, 1,000 gigs, and they're just done. Sometimes people just get done.
Yep.
So it doesn't mean, any horrible things happening in their life or whatever. They've moved on.
And someone asked him just to, what are you going to do now that you're retired? He said, I'm not retiring. It's just this band's
This band is
He's
done.
got many
I got
other
another
things.
project.
Yeah, absolutely.
See? And that's another thing that happens a lot,
Yeah.
too. The lyrics in this song, bro, I mean...
I thought of you.
Like as soon as it comes in, I'm like, I like this song.
Yeah.
It's 10 seconds in and I liked it. But when the song kicks in, man, it brings it hard. I mean, this song is catchy and singable, and those lyrics, I mean, they're good.
Yes.
So for my second song, I chose the song Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters from Elton John's Honky Chateau, 1972. Elton John is one of the greatest singers, musicians, and songwriters in modern music history. This is him in the early days, just as he's hitting his stride. Melodically, it's unparalleled, even in his enormous catalog of great songs. His beautiful tenor voice pleading for the world to love each other more and show some kindness to those who are suffering. It is also celebrating the joy of friendship one of life's great pleasures. I love that mandolin. There's a couple of live, things that he did with this song on like TV shows and stuff where the mandolin really comes out stronger. And I always love those versions. But what a nice touch. I always appreciate that extra texture. But I've sung this song solo for decades while my band members took breaks. I always did this thing where I prided myself for so long that, we didn't take breaks because I would play through the break. And so, I always enjoyed this. I felt like it was a chance, those moments were a chance for me to sing some more sweet ballads. It's more acceptable to sing a ballad on a break than it is in your set, which is super weird. But you know what it's like playing live music out in the club,
Oh, yes.
And so it just is what it is. But I've always loved this one. I always like doing it because people were always a little shocked that I'm doing it with just an acoustic guitar. But, this song is so vocally led. It's okay. Mm-hmm. It's okay. So there it is.
I would love to hear your acoustic version of this song. But this is the song I can never remember the name of. I know it, I love it, but I can never remember the name of it. But it's such an elegant sounding song, and I think there's more chord changes in the first 14 seconds than most current pop songs have throughout. It's ridiculous, but it's absolutely beautiful, and great pick.
Yeah, I just love this song so much. All right, so we're at your last song.
Ooh, flying by.
Oh, man.
So my last song is Temptation Eyes by the Grassroots from their album Leaving It All Behind, 1969. This song could possibly be the first song I ever fell in love with as a kid. Mm-hmm. I just remember listening to it endlessly, and I've been going through a playlist of songs for a show I have coming up, and I found this one, and it's been on repeat in my car, so I was happy you invited me to come do this.
Yeah.
When I was 12 years old, my parents would take my siblings and I to see a band play at the Adams Mark Hotel in Philadelphia called Clutch. They were like a show band, mm-hmm. and they would do a residency at Quincy's in the hotel. And mind you, at the time, we didn't live in Pennsylvania. We were still in New Jersey, about 90 minutes north of Philadelphia. But my dad had been there for a trip, and he found the band, and he brought us down to see them. Mm-hmm. And I was 12, so most of the time they wouldn't let me in the venue, so I would have to stand outside and watch through the window while my parents were inside watching the band play. And I was.
Can you imagine that happening today?
It was me and my three siblings, and I was watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different time.
Different time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do remember, though, sometimes I think during the weekdays we were able to get in because it wasn't as crowded, or they served, I think they maybe served food. Mm-hmm. But it shaped me a bit. I think that's why I chose the cover band route, seeing what they were doing and being able to make a living playing my guitar on stage for people. And, that was the first time I think I realized that was a career opportunity.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. Dude, you could write a memoir and you just call it, Through the Window, Hey, if you use that name, you don't have to give me a cut.
I was going to say I'm going to start a fund for my therapy session.
There you go. You know what? We should start one for all of ours. Generation X, man. We all need therapy, and none of us got it. All right. You know what, dude? I always love this tune, and I'm not going to lie. Until like 10 years ago, I thought this song was Chicago Transit Authority. Mm-hmm. Not even joking. Just because when you listen to it, it's just kind of like, oh, I mean, now that I know, it seems silly because you're like, well, the voice isn't right. But the feel of the song and the energy of it and the horns and because it's the same time period, I mean, this is the exact same year this song came out that album came out. Yep. But, it just all kind of felt just like that. And it was, it wasn't until much, much later in life that I realized that's not who this is. Again, though, high praise.
Yeah.
high praise. So, yeah, this is a great tune, man, and it never goes out of style.
Yes.
I always felt that way about early Chicago, too. It never goes out of style. This always sounds good. It always sounds modern. I don't know. It's just something about the music. So it's an excellent choice.
Thank you.
So for my final song, I chose one of my guilty pleasures, just because I love this album. It's a time period of my life, but I chose the song "Stuck on You" from Lionel Richie. Can't Slow Down, 1983. My dad bought this album like the day it came out. We played it out for months and months on his old, hi-fi stereo component system with the little thing that, dude, we love this album, but I don't know how they mic'd those acoustic guitars so well in this period. And I've talked about it on the show before, but it's just like there is something about that sort of late 70s, early 80s acoustic guitar miking that just no other era has quite gotten that full sound that they got back then. And I don't know why. But what it may have been a post-production thing. And on this one, you can hear there is some effect on it, but it still has this, body that, you just can't catch in other periods, but you just can hear everything. But Lionel's voice, dude, this is Lionel Richie, man. It's so signature. It has so much more texture than so many of his contemporaries. Literally every song on this album is awesome. Every single one of them. But I really, really get all up in my feels whenever I hear this one. It's so groovy. It's so well produced. I'm not sure what happened to Lionel Richie as the 80s came to a close, but he seemed to just be gone. He was like, that's it. Okay. But this song and album still make the regular rounds in my playlists, and I'm not ashamed of that. I love this song. Love me some Lionel Richie.
He's on American Idol now, buddy.
Oh,
you can
man.
watch him.
See, I don't know these things because I don't watch television.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I'm bringing all kinds of information, and I'm going to wait till you finish that sip of coffee and ask you this question.
Oh, I'm ready.
Did your dad go out to buy this album the day it came out, or was he out and just happened to?
That I have no idea. But dude, you have to understand, for my dad at this time, that was a cool buy.
Yeah.
Because what we normally listen to was like AM radio kind of music. So Lionel Richie in 1983 was pretty racy for my dad.
Pretty hip.
And so we were all excited about it.
Yeah.
We were excited. They got us Thriller for Christmas in 1983. Wow. And, we were losing ourselves, man. Talk about playing it out. But, I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that. Maybe we should have him on the show and ask him. Hey, Dad, if you're out there, were you just, wandering through the store, or did you go out and, and consciously go to get this album?
Oh, it's Lionel Richie Day.
He's liable to say, I didn't buy it on the day it came out, you jag. He's like, you're making that up.
I do like this song a lot. The hook of the song always reminded me of I Just Can't Help Believing by B.J. Thomas, if you're familiar with that song. But this song is like a time machine to me. I just feel like I'm 10 years old again at my grandma's house in Hazlitt, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. The smell of scotch and Pall Malls permeating through the air. I'm back.
It's almost like you want to go there again, even though that's a disgusting smell.
Well, I'm not
Pall
sure.
Malls, anyway.
Well, I'm not sure if it was her house or New Jersey. There you go, buddy.
Bro. Hey, man, I try to tell you that some good things came out of Jersey.
Me.
Exactly. Even if nothing else ever came out of New Jersey, it was still worth it then.
That's going to be their new slogan.
I tell you, Rob grew up here, We got that going for
Yes.
us, right? Hey, thanks so much for listening. We appreciate you so much. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to Rooster Stone at all available locations. Don't forget to check us out and our music out at www.roosterstone.com. And don't forget about peace and one love. Come on over to roosterstone.com, where you can book the band for any event you can imagine. Acoustic, full band, whatever your event may require. You can also email us to take online music lessons at an affordable monthly price. Don't forget to download our original music and like, follow, and subscribe to Rooster Stone across all social media platforms. Keep rocking out at roosterstone.com.